Hello friends, welcome to the lecture of the manufacturing process, and today we will discuss about the solidification of the metal in the casting basically. So all the lectures are available on the YouTube channel Engineering College Banswada. So you can refer all the lectures so you will get idea about the casting process. So today we will focus on the solidification of the metal in the casting process. So here it we will discuss one by one about the solidification of the pure metal, nucleation, homogeneous, heterogeneous, growth of nucleus, effect of structure on mechanical property. So this is the very important point because ultimately our goal is to get the good property of the casted product. uh, Method to control the grain structure resulting from the solidification. So final mechanical property is it is depend upon the grain structure of the metal. So you need to control the process to get the desired property. And at the last we will discuss about the different defects which was created due to the solidification. So we will start from the introduction. As you can see, we have a 5 figure. Okay, so you can identify the figure. uh, Below 2 figure, it is actual figure which was taken from the microscope, and above 3 figure which was represented by the theoretical. Okay, so you can correlate both all the figure with the actual one. So we'll start. The grain structure of the material shows the shape and size of the grain, that is, or we can say also crystals, which form the bulk material. So as we know, even our body which was made from the number of cells. Okay. So here same thing we are discussing. We are zooming that surface, and we are identifying the size and shape actually. So here you can see, and as you can add the number of grain particle, finally you will get the uh, good structure. Okay, or you can get the metal. It is characterized by grain boundaries, grain shape and grain size. So in this figure you can see here we have a molten metal, but at the some point the solidification has been started. That is, we can call them as a nuclei. Okay, uh, and it is surrounded by the molten metal that is in the liquid form. So again you can see in the second figure the nuclei size is increasing. So it means what? The solidification has been started and it is going to increase with the time. And surround area which was covered with the help with the liquid. So here you can see that is converted into crystal form. Okay. So grain type can be controlled by controlling the nucleation and the growth phenomena which occur during solidification of the liquid matter. So here actually these are the number of process parameter you can control, and you can achieve the grain size as per your desired property. Here uh, in third figure you can see we have complete grains with the grain boundary. So this is actually solid object. Here you don't find any liquid molten metal. So dendrites growth outward until they contact the neighboring dendrites and they generate the grain boundary. So you can see the here we have a grain like in middle figure you can see above middle figure. Here solidification has been started and this will produce the grain actually. Again neighboring liquid will start the nucleation, then solidification, then in the neighboring side also it will generate the green. So ultimately you will get the final structure. Now here we will discuss different types of the grains such as columnar to dendritic equiaxate 3. So I will discuss the difference between these three, so you will get some idea uh, about the this difference. Like we will start from the columnar, like which cast metal usually between the Chiles and exudates zone, where the grain structure is elongated in the solidification direction. So first one, it is like column, but it is elongated in the solidification direction. So second, dendritic is the fine branches of the solid material. You can see in the figure it is shown fine branches of the solid metal that project into the melt zone during solidification. So here you can see it's a dendritic, and third one is the equiax 3, that is a region within the cast metal, usually the core of the casting, where the grains are approximately the same size in every direction. So here you can see the grain structure same in size in every direction. So this is the simple uh, classification, or we can say types of the grains particle. Now comes to the solidification. What is solidification? The process of transforming of the substance from the liquid to the solid state, in which the crystal lattice form or crystals appear. Now here volume shrinkage or volume contraction. Solidification started in pure metal and eutectic alloys take place at a constant temperature. So this is actually one line you have to remember. In pure metal and eutectic alloys, it will take place at a constant temperature. In solid solution, alloys proceed over the temperature range. So in the solid state, you will get the certain temperature range. Crystallization solidification occurs in two stages. First one is the nucleation and second is the growth. So as we discussed in last slide, you have a pool of the molten metal. At a certain point, after some time, it will start the produce the nuclear. Okay, that is we call as the nucleation, and from that the growth will start. Okay. So solidification occurs by the nucleation of very small crystal which grow under the thermal and crystallographic condition existing during solidification. Grain grows stops when the complete melt has been solidified. So here you can see in first figure it is shown grain type of the dendritic growth. So it is elongated in the direction. Okay. Now we come to the solidification of pure metals. Now here you can see pure metals melt and solidify at a single temperature, that is constant temperature, which may be termed as a melting point or freezing point. So this is applicable for the pure metal only. If the number of temperature measurement are taken at different time, while pure metal is cooled under equilibrium condition from the molten state till it solidifies, a time temperature plot will look like this in as shown in figure, like a time temperature here. As you can see, this is actually for the pure metal only. So A point, B point, C point and D point, you can see here we have two region. Upper part is known as the liquid metal and below part is known as the solid metal. So here you can see it will start cooling from A point to B point, it is our liquid phase, and from B to C at a constant temperature it will solidify, and again from C to D it will lose temperature, gradually decreasing, and at finally you will get the solidify cast product. Okay, here you can see is in the B figure it is supercooling. So here you will get the some difference in the graph. Okay, if the pure metal cools rapidly when it is very pure and does not contain any impurities, as nucleus to start crystallization, it may be cool as per the. So here we are using some external force to solidify or for the cooling of the pure metal. So in that case you will get the some different graph. Now third one, in the next topic we will discuss about the nucleation. What exactly nucleation is called? So nucleation is the beginning of the phase transformation, as we have discussed in number of times. Nucleation is marked by the appearance in the molten metal of the tiny region. This is called as a nuclei, which grow to solid crystal by the further deposition of the atoms. Okay, so nucleation may involve the assembly of the proper kinds of the atom by diffusion. The structural change into one or more unstable intermediate structures, the formation of critical size particle nuclei of the new solid phase. So here as shown in the figure you can say here we have a clustering number of particle, they combine together and produce the one nuclei, and the number of nuclei connected with each other by the diffusion, and it will produce the nucleation, and ultimately it will grow into the grain size. Okay, so here or we can say in the grain, so here we have number of grain, different types of the grain after the solidification. So next nucleation, a figure shows that the particle radius increases and the free energy of uh, also increases till the particle grow to the critical radius. Okay, so delta F and RC, that is the critical radius, and it's a energy, free energy actually. Therefore an increase in the particle radius accomplished with the decrease in the free energy, and so much that the free energy become negative also. So here if from the figure you can see it's a free energy change in homogeneous nucleation. So we will end this lecture because we have so many points we will discuss in next lecture. So we have discussed about this solidification of the liquid in the casting process, how you can control the grain size, and how you can achieve the mechanical property of the casted product. So thank you once again, and we will continue this lecture in the next presentation.